Hey, what's going on out there? I'd like to welcome you all to Water Your Soil. And over here, I talk about credit cards and credit scores, how to increase your credit scores, and things of that nature. Recently, I was reading an article, and it was an article in regards to debt consolidation. Specifically, it was by LendingTree. And LendingTree, they provide loans and things of that nature to people who are looking for help financially. So LendingTree stated that they noticed that credit scores drastically increase when people consolidate their credit card debt. And one thing that I want to make all of you aware of, because we're currently in and headed towards a bad place as far as economics go, and I've been talking about that a lot lately on this channel as far as credit card debt and the economy and making sure you watch your credit card debt and paying off what you spend. That's what I tell my subscribers here at this Water Your Soil page. But one thing that I want to make all of you aware of this next year or so is that you're going to be a target to all of these financial institutions if you have credit cards. They want you to take the offer. They want you to take the deal. They're going to offer you low APR, not a 0% APR, but a low APR for an extended period of months. And they want you to bite on it. And the reason why they want you to bite on it, why? Because they have to make their money. As you know, the credit card companies make their money off of interest amongst other things. So if you're constantly carrying over balance and you're creating more debt, that's going to put more money in their pocket. And I know they don't want me to tell you these things, but over here at Water Your Soil, it's about using credit cards smart. It's about using credit cards the correct way. You can still use a credit card and get good credit card usage, but you just got to do it the correct way. And that way helps you avoid personal debt and credit card debt, which you want to avoid, because as I always tell my subscribers, I believe credit card debt is a silly debt. It's a debt that's completely avoidable because you control your spending. You don't have to spend a certain amount of money. You control that. You can use cash, but you control what's spent on your credit card, especially if you don't have any authorized users. So you're 100% in control over how much is spent on a month-to-month basis with your credit card. But I found that credit card debt consolidation article pretty interesting because I knew things like that were coming. LendingTree, I'm not surprised that they will say something like that, is because they're probably trying to entice more people to get a loan, which is smart. You figure if you consolidate your debt and if you go to a card with a lower interest rate, they make it seem like, oh, you'll be pretty good off. But what you're basically doing is you're going to eventually pile up more debt, because I'm sure on that new credit card, you're more than likely going to spend and use on that new credit card. So I look at it basically as digging a hole and throwing the dirt right back into the hole that you dug out of. But over here at this Water Your Soil channel, I'm going to continue to educate you on credit cards and how to use them and be responsible with them, keeping your utilization good. People are going to play contrarian from both angles. You have the debt-free people who are on a debt-free journey. Salute to them. They feel as though credit cards are bad in general. And then you have people who have credit cards, but they believe in carrying over balance. Now, listen, I'm somewhere in the middle, and I like my subscribers to be somewhere in the middle where we have credit cards, we get good usage, but we pay off whatever we spend the following month. So whatever we're billed for, whatever our statement balance is, that's what we're paying off every month. And I feel like that's a good way to stay out of credit card debt. That's also a good way to avoid overspending. And it's also a good way, which of course we all care about, of increasing our credit scores. Now, one question that I have for you all is, do you care about your finances overall, or do you just care about increasing your credit score? Because if you only care about your credit score, of course you're not going to care about, debt, which is why you may consider the consolidation. Whatever you do, I always tell people over here, it's at your discretion, but you want to be wise and think about the future when it comes to piling debt onto more debt. So be conscious of that. Be conscious of the future. Be conscious of it for your family, not just for yourself, but for your family as well as your loved one. You have to keep in mind that carrying over balances, overspending, and then trying to bail yourself out by doing balance transfers or consolidating your debt may not help you down the line. I'm not saying I'm against it, but you want to look at the pros and the cons and not just the pros. And if the pros is just a credit score increase, but I find myself in more debt, I'm not willing to take that chance. But anyways, this is Water Your Soil. I appreciate you all for watching this video. Hey, hit that like button on the way out, all right? I appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. Wait. Before you leave, be sure to check out the description box below. That way you can have all the credit resources from Water Your Soil. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button as well, all right?